Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of House of Millennium. Let's go see what we have today.
Alright guys, so today we have a Toyota Crown Athlete. For today's job, we're just doing a full alarm system package, so that includes the alarm system, GPS tracker with remote shut-off, and a kill switch. The problem with these alarm systems on these 171 models, no other auto electrician has figured it out yet. So the problem was central locking. A few of the auto electricians that I know of, their one method for central locking was to tap into the driver's side switch. The problem is it can only activate one actuator, so only the driver's side door will unlock and lock, but not the rest of the doors. So what I did was I went online to look up the service manual wiring diagrams for this model. Unfortunately, everything was in Japanese, so we had to use Google Translate to translate everything over to English, and we managed to find a solution to fix the central locking issue. I believe I am the only auto electrician in Melbourne that can do this alarm system now. By taking the time to sit down, have a coffee, I went through all the wiring diagrams and found out what I needed. Did a little bench test at the driver's side door as well. By doing a little quick bench test, we were able to verify the method does work and the theory does work. And yeah, like I said, I'm over the moon. Generally, if we do have issues with the central locking, we can always add in an aftermarket actuator on most JDM vehicles. But in this case, because the actuator is wire driven, we can't really attach a aftermarket actuator on. So that proves to be a challenge. So the best thing we could do was, as I explained before, just went through the wiring diagrams and test a few theories or methods.
Also got Terrence here. He's
Wait, what? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened? What happened?
Like remember the CV?
Oh!
You cut the edge, bro.
Nah.
I was like, oh my god.
Happy birthday to you.
I was like, why are you holding your phone while you're filming? Oh, that's so cute. Super protein, bro. Oh, for gut health and zero fat. Bro, that's hectic. That's hectic. Thank you, guys. Alrighty, so we've got this Commodore VXR in. Obviously, this is a bit of a more unique car, so hard to find parts for it. And the customer is wanting us to do a full clean lip all around it. So we've already been able to mount the front splitter, which is here. We went kind of tight along the edge of it and then flare out just a bit to give it a more aggressive look. One thing with this bumper though is the bumper actually raises up by quite a lot. So we've had to put a bunch of these spaces in between to compensate. Otherwise the splitter would get pulled up by quite a lot and it'll look a bit funny. In terms of the side skirts, we went for something simple, just straight down across, which is what he wanted. And here is a pod piece, just to complete the look. And you can see on this side, it's already been put on. But yeah, he just wanted something nice and neat. As you can see here, the trim pieces up here on the windows, half of them are black, half of them are chrome. So we actually have Terrence over there. He's wrapping them, so the top one, so that they're all black, just to keep it nice and uniform. But yeah, I think the car should look pretty cool once we're done.
Oh, the shoes on. Oh god, it's actually bright today. Oh god. He's getting too broskies.
I just need to feel something.
Yeah, what have you been feeling lately, Mr. Harry?
Look, a lot of different emotions.
So we began on the day where we went to track, and then Harry's like, "Oh,
Call me when.
call me when you're free." And I was like, "Oh yeah, I'll call him towards the end of the day."
Yeah.
So I called him towards the end of the day.
Yeah, and then I gave the distress call to Derek because my car has been in a build phase for about nearly 2 years, well, year and a half now. And tune date was coming up,
Which was today.
which is today. And a week out, the car still wasn't running yet. Just had some issues with the previous builder and whatnot. So I called the most reliable person that I know, which is Derek,
Yeah.
right over here. He swung by my place after coming back from track to suss it out.
Went over to Harry's house on, I think that Saturday evening, and I was like, "Oh, what's the worst that could possibly be happening on this guy's car?" And we got there, and I was like, "Where do we begin? The start doesn't look like it's going to be starting anytime soon."
Yeah.
So,
Derek did as much as he could on Saturday. He actually went home, came back the next day, and pretty much spent all day into the night trying to get it.
Sunday evening.
Yeah.
We were trying to basically do the bare minimum. Well, not really bare minimum, the bare minimum to get the actual car to start because it hasn't been tried.
Well, those were the requirements.
So basically
to
the
get it
requirement
tuned.
was to get it tuned, was to get the car to start and get it to idle.
Yeah.
So we installed an e-throttle, some wiring, some other wiring, basically fix up all the mechanical side of things. And then we got to the point of, oh, I've done everything that I needed to do. Try to start the car, turnkey start,
Supposedly.
allegedly.
Claimed.
Claimed to be,
install one module and it will be a turnkey start.
Yep.
It was not a turnkey start.
It was not a turnkey start.
Well, anyway, across the whole week, Derek proposed that this thing would need at least another 20 hours of work to get it to a state where it would be in a spot to tune. So yeah, I was pretty much up till late, some nights 2 a.m. Throughout the whole week, pretty much trying to get this thing going. Derek and Tyson was helping us out on FaceTime as well, so they were really useful. And yeah, that led us to yesterday, one day out from.
One day it's like, and basically something happened in between that week, and a lot of my work that got done got reverted back, and I was like, well, fuck, we've got to now undo that work and redo what I did before.
Yeah.
And so I did that yesterday, and Harry was like, I need to fix this, and I was like, I can't help you over the phone, so you need to bring the car here.
Yeah.
So the car got towed over, what was it, yesterday?
Yesterday.
Arvo?
midday.
Yeah, I think it was
Midday.
yesterday,
Yeah.
Arvo.
A lot of yesterday was spent pretty much reviewing where everything was at and what needed to be done. Luckily, since Derek had already
Done it before.
done it before, he was able to pretty much revert his work back to what it was before it got touched. And that pretty much got us to
Point of barely
Trying to start.
managing to start the car,
Yeah.
I suppose.
yeah, with Tyson's help, we pretty much were able to start the car, and you'll see the footage of that right here.
Yeah, very shortly. You'll see a very interesting footage section of three guys becoming three
One
kids.
becoming one.
Three guys
Three guys becoming one. Just
It's just like,
yeah. Yeah, so I'm sure a lot of people would
Probably feel the same way.
feel the same way about their build starting up for the first time, and that was pretty much what we felt yesterday. So
Yeah, and I was like, I feel what Harry feels for once because I felt nothing until then.
except a lot of anger. Car started yesterday. This morning was just cleaning up a couple of things, and we're trying to get it to start again, but the starter motor essentially shit the bed.
Yep.
Um,
Starter
so-
motor shit the bed. Pretty much we were just finishing it up. We were trying to start the car, and we basically jumped everything. And the jumper motor's like, we're gonna leave the chat today.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it
just
left
had
the
enough.
Chat. Yep.
Had enough.
Just gave up, and we were like, well,
Fair enough. Like, so did we nearly. Yeah.
Well, yeah, something had to give up. So I guess the starter motor did. So
Yeah.
today we're going to go look for a starter motor
Hopefully
Hopefully.
before close of business
before
in 2
everything
hours.
closes. And
Kat and Trent at Checkered were lucky enough to swap a couple of cars around for tuning. So I'm actually rescheduled to Monday instead. So thanks a lot to them for understanding. But yeah, we've got a bit of work to do between
now and then.
now and then.
So hopefully everything gets done so the car actually starts to idle run because it was running, well, I guess idling yesterday, marginally.
Yeah.
Today we should be able to get it to idle at least, even if it runs like shit. But as long as it idles,
Yeah.
is the bare requirement
Just
for the
need
team.
to meet criteria.
Yeah.
Thanks to everyone for watching another episode of House of Millennium. See you next time.